Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Hatter. I'm from SSZ Canada. We're a game development studio located in Midland, Ontario. Kevin and the wonderful people here at Power Up Gaming have invited us to demonstrate our game for you. Our game is a VR game currently with scheduled releases for single player as well as a full universe of multiplayer games. The None Shall Pass that I'm going to be demoing today, as well as showing off a little bit of the battle arena, are available right now on the Oculus Early Access program. So if you want a copy of it, just send a direct message to the Power Up store, and we'll make sure that you guys get yourselves an early access pass. So in this one is our single player experience that we've released, and it's got about the first 12 levels of the None Shall Pass, which is a stand your ground kind of a zone, where enemies are going to be constantly attacking you, and you're going to need to use a variety of different weapons to stop them for as long as you can, and whoever has the highest score is going to rule the leaderboards. We also have a little bit of the very early stuff for the battle arena in there. For any of you who play very popular pet taming games, you will see a lot of similarities from our battle arena to other very major games that deal with the same sort of subject. In that game, to be able to capture summons and train your summons up, level them up, get them more powerful, and then of course bring them into the arena and battle them against each other. So this demo that we're going to be showing today does have a little bit of that in it, just a very basic framework of it to show it off. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be releasing that with the whole demo scheduled to fully release in January of 2021. And then we have the None Shall Pass and the Battle Arena single player versions coming out mid-year. And then the full Legend of Illusions universe, which contains all of the different games and zones, should be released in January of 2021. If everything stays on track the way it is now. So what we'll do now is I'll just jump in and show everybody a bit of the game. So we have changed this up. If you have followed our development at all, you will have seen, you used to jump right into the None Shall Pass. So now you jump right into this world map. And you can, warp around the area. You can go over and take a quick look at the arena in miniature, which has a little bit of graphic over there. If the team's watching, we need to get on that. So this is over here, the None Shall Pass zone, which is the stand your ground. We also have these fancy little laser beams that come out of your hands now, and they can activate all of the different buttons. So because it's quick, I think we'll jump right into the battle arena, and we'll just have a quick look at, what's going on in there. When you go in, you have access to the training arena, which is where I'm standing now. And again, you can warp around all the way around your arena. There will be different things around in this space that you're going to be able to train your different summons. So over here we have our capture canisters, which are very similar to trademark balls, which we can't talk about. So you just say something not trademarked, like "I choose you," and throw it out there, and then it will spawn, and out comes your pet. Right now, you can just preview it in the training area. He's just gonna kind of activating here, and then saying "attack." Attack, which works when it wants to sometimes still. Attack. He will attack. Attack. Oh, that's always great when you're doing demos and they don't work the right way. It's always the best. You're like, you just say attack, but normally you would just press on one of these buttons over here on the right controller. Either one will work, and then say attack. This version we pushed out. This is a show-off series, so it might have a few bugs in it. Every Saturday we release a show-off series where we release our development builds and push them out so that everybody can play. And then when you have your empty canister now, you can just throw that back out, and your guy will get sucked back into it, and then it appears back over here. So you can keep doing that with all of them if you want. And they just, they keep coming back. We've got lots of pets out. And then when you're ready, not that menu button. And then when you're ready, you've got the menus up here now. You have the inventory over here. And of course, you're just going to be able to click on those and get your items out of it. They work just like our buttons. And you can, of course, use your pointer. And then over here, we've got our menu button. So you've got your name change, toggle snaps for the other zone, and your hand color. And you can return back to the world again. So now that we've had a look at the arena, we'll jump into the None Shall Pass zone and have a look at what's going on. I am just going to quickly get some of this fog out of the headset though. And like a good person, I'm going to go grab my microfiber cloth.
You don't want that then. Yeah.
Some people say you spit in the headset.
Yeah, it's a scuba diving trick.
Yeah. I usually just use a hairdryer,
I wonder if there's like a cookie with medium, man. Should find out. That's worth investing.
Always, if you have a VR headset, make sure that you have a microfiber cloth handy.
Like fancy.
One little scratch on your delicate lenses will definitely ruin your day. It will blow your immersion as well. I had one other headset that I've tried, and they had a scratch across the lens, and it was horrible. And then let me just reset my view. There we go. That should bring me back in. And my height adjustment's off here, which is a weird thing as well. But we've got our bows over here, and you can pick it up. And that is one of our new bugs that's just arisen, where we've got this little clipping thing. But you can start taking these guys out. And these ones should have had sound effects. I'm not sure why they're not triggering.
Yeah, it's not true. It may be my OBS setup.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But normally they do now have some fancy stuff. Let me get this gate closed just before getting into any sort of trouble here. Here we go. And those are just items for your inventory. But we've got 4 monsters left after this guy. 3 more. Let me get some headshots in on them. And they do have different head and body shots. So if you're shooting them in the body, they're going to give you 20 points. And they'll take between 2 and 3 hits on these first monsters before they will die. And you just kind of keep firing at them. And then they're going to change as the levels progress. And then we do now as well in level 12 have the boss fight. So when the orbs pop up, you can shoot those. And I'm probably going to get a potion because it hates me, of course. So with the potions, you're going to grab the potion and throw it at the obelisk behind you, which is always a great day for me. Nope. That was way off. I did lower the weights of all the potions, so they do not take as much, quite as much anymore to get there.
Yeah, this way stuff, so it's close.
Getting warm. Lots of fog. So this is caused from your headset being the wrong temperature and your face being warm for moving. So what I
literally
usually
just came out of the car. So
yeah, straight into the demo. So what we normally do is a trick for anybody who's got VR. If you just take a hairdryer and put it on very low heat, kind of hold it back here for a second and blow it in there, it will warm your lenses up and you won't get any more fogging issues. That was a great tip that I got from a streamer called Thrill. One of the best tips I've ever had in VR, actually. So when you finish up your first level, you can see you've got your score, you're on to the next level. And back here, a button's going to appear. So you can hit the next level button. You can also hit the new bow button, and it's going to reset all of your bows back to original start location. And you can, of course, hit the menu button if you're like me and don't like snaps. Put on, and that will make your bow more lifelike again. So when you when you let it go, it's going to drop for you, which is great when you're actually at the right level. And just checking the gate hits real quick. You should have hit the gate. Yeah, there it is. So when they hit the gate, they're going to take 10 health. These guys, the archers that come after them starting at level 6, they're going to take away 15 health. Just increasing difficulty as you go with the monsters. And this kind of nice little pattern. And then between each level, based on your difficulty setting, the difficulty setting is going to be added this week. So everybody will get a chance to play with that. But that's going to control how fast they spawn and how fast they come down this pathway here.
Yeah.
On top of score. So the scores are also going to be adjusted based on if you're playing in high difficulty, low difficulty. So people who are choosing to play at that higher difficulty are going to be able to rack score up much faster than if you're playing at a lower difficulty. And that's going to factor very big into our leaderboards. So the leaderboards should activate in the Oculus version this week as well, and start tracking on the Oculus leaderboards. And we're going to put a leaderboard up over here, probably. I think that's where I have it set. Yeah, it's just going to be up over in this area here, and that'll you'll be able to pull that up and see where you rank next to everybody else. We don't have friends list sorting for that yet, but we will be adding that before the full game is released. There we go. And I think that was the end of that level. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to make it to level 12, because right around level 8 is when I usually start getting into trouble with the archers. But we'll see. The last time I think I demoed this, we got to level 10 and then died just before the boss fight. But we shall see. And if we don't happen to get to the boss fight today, I will stream the boss fight for everybody since it hasn't been on camera. I'll just, we'll put a dev level together for everybody. That hand tracking is really getting annoying now. That's brand new. I think what happened was we brought back the graphics. We brought the graphics back up. I think I raised them up a little bit too much again. We've got a lot of post-processing going on, and I think the post-processing is affecting the hand. We'll sort that out by the next week as well. And of course, my bonuses are all going to be potions. We'll get a hammer. 2 potions now stacked up. We're going to add another counter for that as well, so you can see how many potions and stuff are stacked up there for you. And I like to always make sure that I shoot my bonuses before the last guy, because if you clean up, there we go. So let's see if I can get one of these potions to hit for us. Nope. And that's interesting. Whoosh. Nope. So I will just show. Oop. Get that out of there. But I got some more. Let's shoot this bonus. There you go. And one more down the level. There we go. That should give me enough time to hopefully throw this.
We just got the
and actually
set up here, so we got
get it in there.
There
you go. So when the potion hits, it will heal the obelisk back there as well. So then again, you just, at the end of every level, next level, that's giving everybody kind of a break to get a drink, get the fog out of your headset, whatever it is that you need to do. That was one of the big user things that people said before their levels just used to go meld into each other. What's going on with the body shot? Nope. Nothing just yet. So. And now you don't have to, everybody, when you see me demo the game, I pull it back, but I do archery in real life, so for me, it's a natural motion to just pull it back this far. But you really don't need to. As you can see, you can just pull back a little bit if you want and use more of an angle. They do have real physics and gravity involved on them. So if you're pulling it back further, it's going to fire more in a straight line. If you're doing it like that, you're going to want to add more of an arc. But we do have, accessible options for everybody. That was a weird shot. And the one thing we have noticed too, that some people have complained that Oculus loses your tracking when you come back here. As you can see, I pull my hand back behind my tracking pretty much every shot, and we've never had an issue with it losing tracking or anything. So in our game, especially, I've never had an issue with that. I'm not saying it's not an issue with other games, but with our tracking, it doesn't seem to have an issue being pulled back behind your head. It might just be because we're only doing some very basic things as well, and the motion tracking is able to pick it up, as opposed to the satellite tracking or constellation tracking rather. Really not sure. I do know that you can pull your bow back behind your head. You can even bring it back here. As you can see, it's way behind my back, and we're still getting normal tracking. So I'm really not sure where the people who are reviewing these are getting that sort of a problem, but it must be game related. Oh, I never get potions. They're one of the hardest things for me to do. I never get used to throwing in VR.
Just speak a really low voice so it can circle as easily.
So here we go. That one will help. The hammers, when you grab a hammer, you just smack against your gate health, and it will raise it for you. That's going to repair your gate. Also, you can open your gate whenever you want. So if your gate health getting low and you want to risk some obelisk hits, you can just switch that lever up whenever you want. As well, I'll just show you these because we have some time. These are just our inventory stuff. So you can see when you open your inventory now, you got some different things. These were just leftovers from having tested new bow. And that right there is why we added that new bow. And the one thing that people have been asking for that we are not going to be adding is a track, a line that shows where your arrow is going to land. These arrows are going to behave, exactly the same every time based on physics and gravity. So I'm sorry to announce, but we will not be adding that feature to the game, just because it's a competitive game, and we want people to learn and play and advance themselves. Rather than relying on some sort of a line that's just going to show you. And again, these monsters come down exactly the same path every single time. So once you get the feel of where to shoot, you're going to have no trouble whatsoever figuring out where your arrow is going to go. And there we go. We are on level 6 now. So we're getting there. We're about halfway to the new boss fight. The new boss fight happens in level 12. So right around level 6, we should start seeing the new type of monster, which will be the skeleton archer. They are a little bit faster and a little bit stronger than these, and they do a little bit more damage when they hit your gates. There we go. And the thing you want to be doing is really staying on top of your bonuses. One strategy that I've adopted at some playthroughs is letting my items all stack up and then using them when I have a chance. When it's not busy, everybody's going to find their own sort of a rhythm and, tricks and tips that are going to work for them to get a higher score. Another thing that you can always do as well, especially when they have 2 health like that, is shoot body shots for the extra score, and then help you pick up the headshot at the end for that extra bonus. You can see that brought me 70 points instead of the normal 50. So there are a lot of different ways where you can kind of play the system or choose a different strategy in order to acquire more points. And this guy coming down there is the archer that we were talking about. So now that the archer has spawned, we're going to start getting a lot more archers. And they have the same thing, one headshot, but they're body shots. And they do 15 damage. And they are worth a few more points. And that looks like he hit, which is a great start when your first archer hits the gate. That's always a good sign. It means you're going to do it. Means you're doing well. And then you get some more of these nice little mages to kind of keep it a little bit easier for you. Again, we progress everything in stages. So as you fight through these monsters, they will cycle. You'll get 1 and 1 and 1. Each level has 6 monsters. And then it's dependent on where you are in the game. So some people have asked what will happen when you reach, level 100, 200, when we have run out of levels. And that's not going to happen. So what happens is after all of the levels that we've written, we will be creating an ultimate level where it just continues to spawn forever. So really there is no upper limit to the maximum scores that players can get. And I'm letting mages hit. That's never good days. Come on. No. And my gate's down. We're in level 8 with the gate down. So we will see. Again, if I don't make it to the boss fight, we will release a video with the boss fight tomorrow. And level 8. We gotta get to 12 to get that boss fight to trigger. And in that boss fight, we have an Evanar, which is one of our tameable pets. So you will be able to in the demo version as well. The demo version for the battle arena is going to have the starter pet, as well as the battle lion from the Kickstarter campaign, and the boss fight from this. So at the end of this, if you do manage to take down the boss in level 12, you have gone to the battle arena and purchased the capture canister, you will be able to throw that capture canister out into the world and attempt to capture your boss. It's only a 50-50 chance to capture bosses in the single player version, so you might not get it every time, but a couple of playthroughs will definitely get you that for the battle arena. The Lion Combat Pet is going to be a code unlock for all the Kickstarter people. And then the 3 starter pets, you're going to be able to acquire all 3 of those in the demo as well. So you'll be able to end up with about 5 pets for the demo version. And then in the single player version, there it is. Ooh. Bring them tied up. There we go. Boom. Like if I could get a hammer, that'd be real nice. Get this gate back down. There it is. This is the last guy, right? Yeah. Alright, and then I'm just going to drop that for a second and reset my view. I think I'm getting close to the boundaries. I'm not as familiar with this area. As is normal. I think there's something, yeah, counter right behind me. There we go. Let's get that next level kicking up. And make sure that I open and close the gate again. I'm just going to open it and close it again to make sure that it's closed. Because turning it off and back on again always fixes everything. And that's not a glitch. That's actually a design feature. It's a penalty for having your gate destroyed. You now have to reset it once your health gets back above 0. It's not going to automatically close for you. That's just to add, again, another layer of difficulty and things for you to do. Starting in level 6, you get some dynamite. So you can do that, throw that out there. And if you hit it, it will blow it up. But that one did not hit. Oh, that's right, my gate's closed. I'm like waiting for him to come through and I've got gates in. Nope. And the gate's down. But it was enough to get us a few more monsters in anyway. Where am I at? Level 10. If I could get a hammer though, that'd be real nice. Nope, I'm not superstar. There's no bonus. Yeah. So I will take this potion though while I have it. Hopefully I can get it over there. Nope. You can see my little pile of dead potions over there. That's a usual thing for these streams. You know, for any of our streams. I miss those potions so often. I have worked on improving it so that I could hit it more often. But everybody who playtests doesn't have a problem. I think it's just me and my inability to let go of stuff in VR. I just don't want to let the controllers go. I think that's also just being new to VR. So if you have that problem, we might add something in for you to help you out with that. And don't walk and warp at the same time. Oh, busy worrying about my gate getting back up and got hit. So it's dead. Pretty much useless. Alright, now we're getting the flow. It has been a couple of days since I've been playtesting. Normally when I play or stream, I do kind of play for an hour or so beforehand, get back into the feel of things, but this time it's a very early stream for us, so I just kind of rolled out of bed and drove down here to Power Up Gaming to be part of this charity event. Make sure that you guys do go and make a donation, please. Extra Life's such a great event every year. The team link is down below. You should be able to get onto the Extra Life site now that you got everything all worked out. So make sure you are donating and helping out. Charity is a great cause. Sick kids, definitely a very worthy cause. So make sure you do help out if you can. With that said, we're going to jump into the next level. Level 11. So we are one level away. If I can manage to take down 4 of these guys, then I think we've managed to see the boss fight today. I think I got there's 1 out of 4 that I need. If I could get a hammer, that would bring us 1 more, and we definitely trigger that boss fight. There we go. There we go. 4 more. Boom. Oh, everybody, I think we're going to hit that boss fight. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I just happen to know exactly where the hitbox is because I designed them. It gives me a little bit of an advantage, I think, when I shoot for the head. But again, anybody else playing this is going to be able to learn those same tricks as well. Just by playing a number of times, you'll find out right where that sweet spot is in their head. Because you'll notice sometimes you will hit them in the head and it won't trigger. Ooh, what happened there? Interesting. So rather than trigger the boss fight in level 12, it just jumped to the demo end and reset everything. Interesting. So anybody who's got this version, I do apologize for that. We did put out the boss fight as complete in that one. It triggers on our dev version, and I'm not sure why it doesn't trigger it on this one. I will fix that right away. The very first thing as soon as I get home, and we will push a new version to the Oculus store tonight that bypasses that, and put out a video that has that as well. So with that, yeah, see? That's very weird. It shouldn't have triggered like that. Interesting. Well, that's what happens when you play live, so always find the fun stuff when you're live, right? You know, you play it through and it works, and you're like, oh yeah, it's all great, let's go live. And then of course something always messes up once you go live. But I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch our demo. If you have any questions or anything, you can put them out in the chat. We will be here to answer them. Also, as well, if you want to get a copy of this for yourself to play on your Oculus, you can get that from sending a DM to the Power Up Gaming Store with your email address. And we'll make sure that you get an invite by the end of today as well. And if you want to connect with us, our website is ssz.ca. Thanks to Power Up Gaming so much for letting us come and demo this in front of everybody at such an important event as Extra Life. The Extra Life event is such a huge deal, everybody. Make sure, please, if you can afford to, that you go out and make a donation. It helps kids. It goes directly to charity. If you've never heard of the Extra Life Foundation, check them out at extra-life.org. Such an amazing organization and such a great community event, and glad that Power Up Gaming has gotten behind it as well. So just thank you to everybody here.
Perfect.
Woo, thank you, Matt.
And now you get out of the VR.